Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today for the next episode of Learning from Experts. I'm Yevgen Pitelman. I'm an agent with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Office, and I'm today joined again with our partner, mortgage broker, Sal Tomaselli. Hi,
Good morning,
Sal.
everybody. Good morning. Thanks, Eugene.
Thank you very much for coming. Today, again, we're going to discuss what's happening on the market, on the real estate market. I'm going to share what I learned so far as far as strictly real estate numbers, and Sal will join me later on and share with us from the mortgage perspective, from the financial market perspective. First of all, I want to again point out that when we talk about Brooklyn, we have approximately 75 to 77 different neighborhoods. We have about 5 to 6 different types of properties, including commercial and residential. And this is why it's extremely important to take all information that I provide about the market overall with a grain of salt, meaning all these numbers, no matter how focused I am on the local Brooklyn market, and no matter how precise those numbers are, the property that you own or the property that you're interested in, the numbers might be different. And how much different, to make sure that you know the exact, more correct, accurate number, you need to consult with a real estate professional like myself, or as far as the financial situation, I would say Sal would be a good choice, would be a go-to person for that. Again, when we talk about the market, there are dozens of different criteria that real estate people use. And for the purpose of this video, I only take a few, the most important ones in my opinion, and the ones that can paint a picture in the most accessible way. I'm talking about the buyer's activity, seller's activity, market overall, and prices, obviously. As far as financial market and about the rates and underlying conditions, Sal will explain what's happening today. Again, seller's activity, what do I mean by seller's activity? Is the number of new listings and the overall inventory on the market that's available today. Buyer's activity. What I mean by buyer's activity is the number, I take the most relevant criteria is the number of signed contracts. Market overall, I would say in this regard, I would be talking about days on the market. What that means is that this is the number of days that it takes for the listing from the day it goes on the market to the day it goes into contract. This is extremely important. It's really easy to understand, and it explains the market. It gives you the really good idea how the market activity is going today. Prices and appreciation is pretty much straightforward and really easy. Overall, I would be using 2 different time frames. We can talk about what's happening today for the past week or for the past month, but what's important, even though these numbers, again, they are really important, but what's even more important is to take this number into consideration of much bigger time frame, let's say a year, 2 years, and 3 years. And I'll show you a few charts right now, and you will see why is it important, again, to look at the bigger picture. So let me share my screen, if I can only find that button again. Okay, I found the button, and I'm sharing my screen. Okay, Sal, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, so again, each screen will be dedicated to the numbers that the criteria that I spoke about. Again, we break down into 3 different, at this point, we break down into three different categories. Single family, 1 to 3 family homes. Again, you can see that new listings the number of new listings overall, the line goes up. The signed contracts also goes up. But if you see my numbers, minus 5% plus 5%, this is year-over-year number. So basically, this is pretty short period of time, and you can see it seems like the numbers are trading up. But again, if we see the bigger picture, we can see it's really uneven, and overall, the numbers are steady down and compared to previous years. The numbers, even though again, in a short period of time, we see them coming up, overall, the numbers are down. 1, 2, 3 family. If we go and see the condo, the next charts, again, you can see in the short period of time, for the past couple of months, the numbers are going up. Year over year, this number of new listings, minus 18%, year over year, new signed contracts at 0. But again, if you look at the bigger picture for the past 5, 6 years, you see the numbers overall compared to previous years are basically down. Same picture for the co-op apartments. This is the third category in Brooklyn. We have a lot of co-op apartments. Again, you see more or less in the short period of time, in the past few months, the numbers are up. Year over year, minus 17%, minus 22%, both for new listings and new signed contracts. And if you see the big picture, in the past few years, you can see the numbers up and down, but overall, they trading down. As far as days on the market, since the last time we discussed the market activity, the days on the market on the rise. So that shows that the market activity overall is slowing down. So we don't have the usual spring market where there's a lot of inventory coming out on the market, a lot of buyers going out to search and buy properties. This is right now, at this season, is at least for now, it's not happening. The days on the market, again, rising. The next chart, supply. Supply overall, again, I wanted to show the big picture. Nothing has changed since our previous few videos. Overall, the numbers of the inventories of all the supply, that everything that's available in the market right now, trading down at historically low numbers. Sales price. Sales price, as you can see on the Brooklyn level, overall is 6.4% year over year. So the good thing, yes, the prices, the appreciation is back to normal pre-pandemic levels, anywhere between 4 to 7%. Currently, it's approximately 5.4 from the last year. And this is, I want to share with you a chart on the national level, and you can see from all property types versus last year. This is for national sales price for existing homes, single family, condo, all types of property. Overall, 5.7%, 5.6%, 6.7%. Overall, the appreciation is back to the normal levels. Same for single family homes, anywhere from 5.6 or from 4% to 6.6 in different parts of the country. Same for condo and co-op apartments, anywhere from 4 to 7%, even sometimes somewhere to 10%, depending on the part of the country you're in. And the total overall, the worth of US real estate, you can see this chart. And I like this one the most, which shows the appreciation, the year-over-year growth rate of appreciation of real estate. By the way, I will save this file and I will attach this to the video. So if you want to go and look into this again, it's again available for your review. So overall, what that means, all these numbers, all these charts, at the end of the day, that means that the market today is, again, from one hand, is quite strong, meaning the number of buyers out there looking for homes and the number of homes available for sale, and balance it out. And The only difference from our last video is that it takes a little longer right now to sell the property. Probably it could be a lot of different reasons, but I would say probably because we have a little bit more inventory, but the number of buyers is still low. It could be different other factors at play, but I think this is the one that's most important right now. And again, the only change from our previous video, from our previous market review, is again the days on the market is a little higher. Sal, could you please share your part of the story? What's your activity looks like? What's the interest rate, and how we can read this into today's situation, today's market?
Absolutely. Thanks, Eugene. Thanks for having me on. Essentially, so you have a lot of data there, and it points to a market that's kind of a little bit in the middle. It's not moving up very quickly. It's not moving down. It's staying stable. However, the good news is 6.5%, roughly 6.4% appreciation. That's fantastic. If you do that math, and it doesn't seem like a lot. People say, well, it's 6%. But when you compound it year after year, and you add up the numbers, and over a 10-year period of time is which is relatively short for owning a home. It translates into a lot of money. So when you factor in the appreciation that you're going to get, the fact that you're not going to pay, if it's a primary residence, you're not going to pay capital gain on it, because that you're exempt from that typically, by the tax code, for the most part. There's exceptions, but so the 6.4%, if you do the math, and maybe at our next meeting I'll do a little chart and to show you where the values go.
That'll be great.
I realized it until I started paying attention to it when we started doing reverse mortgages, because it becomes a big issue as to what's the value of my house going to be in relation to where my mortgage is going. And appreciation in New York, especially Brooklyn, Brooklyn's one of the largest boroughs, so it is a hard borough to kind of get a handle on, because like you said, there's many little hamlets within Brooklyn, but Brooklyn is huge. It's the size of some states.
Yeah.
But it's great. Right now, the market is again somewhat flat. Today's the 9th of April, and this morning Jamie Dimon from Chase, the CEO of Chase, basically came out and said that he anticipates rates going up right now.
Interesting.
And he sees now, he's not necessarily always been right. He's made some predictions that have been wrong, but it's concerning when you see a view like that, because the general consensus is that the Fed is going to reduce interest rates. But now you have somebody who's a pretty well-respected individual and running one of the largest banks in the world, saying that interest rates are probably going to go up. So it's a little bit concerning. One of the great things is right now, if you're in the market to purchase a house, this is the spring season. This is when people traditionally, come out of hibernation and go out and start looking for homes. And the weather's good. Today's going to be 75 degrees, I believe. So it starts. Everybody gets excited, in this kind of market, and they start looking. With regard to where what's happened this week, I'm going to share my screen. The interest rate. Sorry, that's my dog, my little Chihuahua. So can you see my screen, Eugene?
No.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Let me just share this. Okay, now can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is my market update. This is for today, as of today. And again, this is something that people could subscribe to if they go to betterloans.net. And they could send us their information, and we'll add you to our weekly market report. So essentially, interest rates, in the last week have ticked up, probably since the time that we spoke last. We were just below 7%. We were at 6.8, 6.9. And right now, rates have ticked up to about 7.1. So that's a very small market move. However, it is an indicator, the market's somewhat in flux still, and it's still struggling with the, rates are trying to come down. The general feeling in the marketplace is that there's going to be rate cuts. They've talked about 3 rate cuts. Now they're talking about 2 rate cuts before the end of the year. And now there's even question as to whether those rate cuts will take place. So we're really in a very uncharted territory at this point.
So nobody basically knows, right?
Yeah, we don't know where it's going to go. Okay, so we do see a little bit of movement up in rates, but very nominal. I mean, we're talking about 0.1%. It's
right. So nothing unusual, I would say, probably.
Nothing unusual, but we always want to see it trending downward. But in this particular case, it trended up this week. So that's what's happening. I'll just stop sharing my screen. That's what's happening in the marketplace right now. It's still a great time to buy. It's still a great time. There is as you say, a shortage of inventory that's taking place. There's lower inventory than there was in the past, which is very important. And why is that happening? I mean, we've said this before, but there are homeowners that are sitting on interest rates of 2, 3, and 4%, and then when they say, well, should I move and now get a new mortgage at 7%? It's a little daunting, and people say, well, why am I going to do that? So I think that's
unless they have to, then they probably stay.
Right, and unless it's something that they have to do or they're getting a great deal. That being said, there are great opportunities here because we know that if interest rates start to trend downward, we know prices have an inverse effect. So I never, I always tell my clients to, don't worry too much about the interest rate. If you could afford the payment, you have to be able to afford the payment, because there will be opportunities in the future to reduce that interest rate. If this is the home you want to live in for the rest of your life, over time, there will be opportunities to reduce that interest rate and reduce your monthly payments. So if you could afford it now, you could afford it later, and that's the beauty of getting a fixed rate. So I think the one takeaway from today is if you're looking to buy, get out there, go call Yevgen and have him show you some properties. And typically we offer our services to pre-approved clients. Our service is free, so we analyze your credit, your income, your assets. We correct anything that we give you advice on correcting anything that should be corrected. And it's important to get pre-approved first for a mortgage. Once you get pre-approved, you can go out to a great realtor like Yevgen and start shopping. And it's a recipe for success. So that's basically what I say. But that's all I have to say today, Yevgen, about the market. So
thank you very much, Sal, for your insights. It's really helpful. I do hope that my information combined with Sal will give you something to think about and help you most importantly, help you to make the informed decision of what to do, when to do it. And again, moving forward, if you have any questions about real estate, any questions about any area in Brooklyn about real estate or about financing, please get in touch with me directly or with Sal. All information attached to this video below. Please like our video, sign up for our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Sal, again. Have a good day.
Thank you, Yevgen. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.